Yo, what's up, guys? Greg2G here, and it is time for that 100 hours played review of Dragon Raja. So this one's going to be pretty interesting because I'm pretty torn on this game. There's so many positives about the game, and then there's also a lot of negatives as well. Also, by the way, we're going to be doing a giveaway of a few Dragon Raja CD keys. I will leave a link in the description and probably in the comments as well, where you can actually go to enter the giveaway. All right, I think we'll start with the negatives first. Let's get those out of the way. So one of the biggest issues for me is the lack of PvP maps. You know, we just have mostly the two PvP game modes that we usually do. The one where you capture the points around the map, and the other where you go and grab the orbs and bring them back to your areas, and that's pretty much it. I would like to see a lot more variety in like the PvP, maybe capture the flag sort of thing. I guess the orbs are kind of like that, but not really. Something that, you know, has the teams maybe a little bit more together most of the time. I mean, they did add the 5v5 ranked system, which isn't really working correctly, but they did add that, which is pretty cool. So that's more of a small team oriented type thing. So I'd like to see more of those smaller team oriented type of PvP game modes. The next thing I would really suggest that they add is more options and like just general options in the settings. So like a lot of mobile MMOs have like tons of options in the settings to change up the UI, or hide health bars or hide titles, hide pretty much everything if you'd like to. But in this game, there's just basically there are no options for like hiding titles or names, and you can't really change the UI at all. As a healer, it's really annoying because you can't even have like health bars of your allies when you're in dungeons or anything. Like when you're doing PvP, you can see your health bars of your allies all the time, and that's great. Like, why can't I see the health bars of my allies in dungeons? And I'd just like to, be able to actually see the health bars on the right side, the team list. The team list always gets hidden every time you hit a quest objective. It hides your team list for some reason. It's just so many improvements they can make to the UI in general, in my opinion. The next thing I would like to talk about is activity points. I think it takes way too long to do dailies in general and get to 150 activity points. Before the latest big update, it wasn't actually really necessary to get 150 every day, because those were like once you get to 90 is like the sweet spot, and that's where you get like most of the rewards. But then they added this weekly thing where you have to get 10,050 weekly activity points to get to the last tier, and that means getting 150 every day basically on average, and that's just takes way too long as it is right now. And it also requires timed events, so certain people from certain time zones kind of get screwed because they can't get to those events in time. And yeah, it's just, I'd like to see that changed a lot. The way the activity, give more activity points for your normal dailies, like give dragon hunting maybe 50 activity points for doing all 5 of your dragon hunting. That would be nice. Um, the and the other, yeah, this thing, the server level, That's what I want to talk about next. The server levels. At first, I thought it was decent. I thought it was gonna keep on this, like once a week the server level up, and that would be cool. Like once a week is okay, and then like once we hit, what was it, when we hit 80, it went up to like 2 weeks or 15 days or something, and then we hit 85, and now it's at 27 days for level or server levels to go up. And that's just way too much. I already know a lot of people who have given up on the game just because it's just ridiculously hard to actually progress and level up at this point, and it's kind of disappointing. I'm not sure why they would put such a big limit on everybody. Like it's totally unnecessary. You should let people level up as much as they like. And there's already huge catch-up mechanics, so like people that start on day 1, they can already like hit level 80 basically within the first 2 days. So I would understand if it actually took a long time to catch up, And I could understand if that's the reason that they're slowing down people at the higher levels, but that's not the case. People can catch up very easily, so this makes zero sense to me. And yeah, it's kind of annoying because we can't even get access to the next tier of deep talents until level 90, and it's gonna take probably another at least 2 to 3 weeks to get there. Yeah, it's a big gripe of mine. The last thing I want to talk about in the negatives. Sorry, I know I've been going on about over 5 minutes now about negatives, but the game's a little bit too pay to win. let's be honest, it's very pay to win, and no, that doesn't really bother me that much personally, but I know it bothers a lot of people, and uh, yeah, it's a bit ridiculous on the pay to win side of things. So let's just go ahead and say that it is. We all know that it is. We can try to pretend all we want, even though, because I try to pretend that it's not sometimes, because I know I just enjoy playing the game. But yeah, there it is. All right, so let's talk about the positives then. So the game has a really, really awesome story, really, really well done, great cutscenes, just very well thought out. I know I'm pretty sure the game's actually based on a book, so of course that's pretty easy to bring a book and have a book story into the game. So, but yeah, they did pretty well. The voice acting isn't, the best I've ever heard, but it's pretty good for a mobile game. And yeah, the graphics and everything looks good. The setting and like the setting of the game and is very interesting as well. Like just this whole thought about hybrids and dragons versus, I guess, other dragon hybrids. And I'm not 100% not 100% sure on the story quite yet, to be honest. It's a little bit confusing for me. I'm gonna have to really take time to like replay it all and soak it all in. But it's very interesting to say the least, and that's also one of the positives. So yeah, like I said before, voice acting is good, and the sound design in the game is actually pretty good too. There's pretty good music tracks, and like pretty much some of the skill ability sounds are a bit but for the most part, the sound design's great. And no one can argue that this game doesn't have good graphics, because let's be honest, it is the best looking mobile MMO out there. Probably the best looking mobile multiplayer game, to be honest. That might be going a little bit too far, but because there are a few multiplayer games out there that are just 2 players where they don't have to worry about having 100 people on the screen at the same time, so they have a lot more room to work with high fidelity graphics. But for a mobile MMO, this game looks absolutely amazing. And the last positive I'll say is just like the game's got really fun social dynamics, really great career system type thing. Yeah, the moments system, I really like that. Like how, there's so many people that just, play the game to go around and take pictures and post it in their moments feed, and people like and I don't think there's an option to dislike, is there? No. People can like other people's stuff, and I really like that. So that's why I'm kind of, at the start, I almost wanted to try to judge this in the normal way that I do most MMORPGs, but this game isn't really the typical MMORPGs. It's definitely not at all the typical MMORPG. So I kind of have this game in its own little place, and it's always bad to actually compare against other games anyway. So this is my take on the game, just the game as it is, and how I honestly feel about it. I am enjoying the game. I still am enjoying the game. I think the biggest point for me is the server levels. That's the main thing that's kind of putting me off right now. The other things don't really bother me that much. But yeah, the server level stuff is, that's the big thing for me. I know a lot of people quit already because of pay to win or other reasons, but for me, it's the server levels. But I'm still playing, and I'm looking forward to, like, they just need to add in, because we already know, like, they have so many amazing features they've yet to add to the game, like battle royale mode or housing, and probably some other stuff that I'm forgetting right now. But yeah, we already know that there's some amazing content yet to come. Oh yeah, new classes, of course. And yeah, we're just hopefully they add those sooner than later because yeah, the game's already on a downturn, so we'll see what happens in the near future. You know, as soon as I finish recording that, I just got word that it seems like we're getting housing and the new class pretty soon. Maybe next week. So, all right, good on you guys, Dragon Raja. Anyway, back to what I was saying before Future Greg cut in here. So now we answer the question: is Dragon Raja main game worthy? I would say yes. Yeah. I mean, for a lot of people, it depends on the person, honestly, but for a lot of people that are looking for the typical MMORPG experience, maybe not so much, but if you can appreciate like the social aspects of the game and just kind of get immersed in the world, then it definitely is main game worthy. Even though, you know, I know a lot of people, it's not up their alley, so it is worthy. Just depends on who you are. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you guys can kind of appreciate where I'm coming from here. You know, I was really honest with my review here, I believe, and I hope I don't turn off a lot of people because I'm saying negative things. You know, I'm just trying to not be too biased about the game. I still really enjoy the game. I think the game is definitely top 5 of my favorite MMOs, mobile MMOs of all time. So yeah, but every mobile MMO has its problems. Hopefully we can get those resolved by being honest and leaving honest reviews about them. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, you can dislike the video if you like, or like it if you do. And please subscribe if you'd like to. And yeah, don't forget about that giveaway link in the description. And follow me on Twitch if you have time for that as well. Peace out. We will see you guys next time. And GG's.